We're back with another Citroen C. No, it's not a Citroen C1.
No, you keep calling it that.
We're back with another Aygo episode. On today's episode, we're going to focus on the rear end. On the last episode, you've seen us attacking some of the issues on the front. We have completed the front now. Confession, we have jumped ahead and not recorded. There was 3 of us here. Darren was here as well. While we had Darren, there was 3 of us. We rattled through it. We have replaced the subframe, the bottom arms, anti-roll bar drop links, and it's all buttoned back up. The last thing, we've still got some service stuff and exhaust to do, but we need the exhaust off. Today we're going to strip the back axle off, try and press in new bushes, and Gary's going to be getting dirty. He's got his gloves on already. We're going to wire wheel and see the extent of the rust. We're going to try and cut and plate it and rebuild the back end, and hopefully Gary will then be able to get it through an MOT firstly, and then we're going to show you guys the track event, which is me v Gary on the track, Civic v Aygo. There's a poll going right now. It would be great if you guys go and vote on the poll to see who you guys think is going to win, the Civic or the Aygo. And then in the background we've actually got a few challenges for the Aygo and the Civic to go head to head. One of them may include a long-term road trip if someone's second-hand engine doesn't even let go.
That'll be fine.
Let's get started. Because I only have a scissor ramp, it's hard to get the camera under there to do a time lapse without it getting smashed everywhere. If Gary tilts the camera that way, we have the axle off. The only damage there was, the fitting for that brake pipe broke on the way off, so we need a new pipe for there, which we can make up. We're going to replace the axle bushes while it's off. We have dropped the fuel tank to save us blowing myself up when we weld, because the area that we're welding is so close to the tank, springs, etc. It's just been a crazy 30 minutes there. Things escalated very quickly, and it's now on to show you guys what's happening under here. We've got all this off, so it's a great view for you guys to understand what's going to happen next. What's going to happen next is it's time for Gary to get his hands dirty, and then I will do the sweet beautiful welding. So an undershot view of the Toyota C1, that's what I'm calling it now. Up there's going to, I'm going to need to watch shadows. Up there looks a little bit suspect, so we're going to have to wire wheel that back a little bit. The rest of it isn't too bad. I would say it's nowhere near the level that the Civic shitbox was. Again, here we're going to wire this back. The plan is to remove these brake lines and this bracket. This side here, that side there is very, very stiff. It's a lot stronger and more reinforced than that side. So we're going to use this, clean it up, and we're going to make a plate that runs kinda down here and round, and which will repair our issue. We're going to do that either side. So again, a plate that comes down and round and covers everything. Hopefully it's as easy as that. We'll see what else it uncovers, but I have had a little chat with the hammer, and it's actually not too bad. That's all solid. And again, all solid. In there, we chapped in there as well, sorry about the light, and we're going to clean all this up. We will underseal the bits that we need to. We've removed the fuel tank, it was just going to make more sense. What we have discovered, if you guys look here, I'll try and get the camera to focus on that. Just there, you can see there's 2 different colours on that adapter there, and it's because someone has previously broken it. See the colours there? So it's been glued. So someone has glued it. Gary says there was a smell in the car. He thought it was exhaust fumes, but that's either a feed or a return pipe. I'm not sure what one is what, but it sounds as if it's actually vapours that are getting in the car. So we have ordered a new sender unit, and we'll remove the clip from the pipe, and we'll get a new sender unit in the tank. Gary's learning that things start to rack up and you uncover things along the way. But apart from that, it's actually not too bad. We've still got our sill issues to address. which we're going to do kind of off the ramp, just because the nature of the ramp. But this is where we're at. We're going to do a little timeline now of getting this repaired, and hopefully it won't be too long before the Toyota C1 is back on all four wheels. This is what Gary showed up in. Looks like a stormtrooper off a Wish.
And I sound like Kenny, because I
Gary's going to be removing all the loose stuff. He's a beginner, he's not getting trusted with the aggressive wire wheel. He's getting drill brushes instead. And his job is to remove all the loose parts from the car, and then I'll get in with the real tools. Day down on the Aygo project. Gary's not with me today. I've been kind of left to deal with the mess. That's not the way to put it really. After completing both the back sections of welding, we were going to show you guys a kind of detailed version of how to repair the sill. You've seen that there was the bit that was kind of full of spit that someone had previously tried to do, but it turns out the whole sill from the back quarter all the way to the front of the car to under where the wing joins had all kind of separated, and you could actually stick your fingers up. It was literally the two of them had just came apart, which was a bit concerning. It led to me ripping that little plate off with the tacks and stuff, and then as I followed it up the front we had a plan, and then we really just pushed my finger through the front of the car. I don't know why this wasn't picked up in MOT, so I didn't actually know that we had to do this. I thought we had the plates from the inner side to do, and the outer sill itself was kind of okay. But I'll show you guys a little snip. This is what I'm talking about here. You can see there that the sill was completely destroyed. That's what's left of it. It really just did escalate. I've tacked on a new sill. which I have made up just of sheet metal. The plan was to do this up here because it was a bit question mark and stuff. The plan was to do this up this side, and then the areas that needed it done on the opposite side, so the returning edge, so like in this way, because I need to make two lips and join the two of them together to make one kind of ridge like that, to make a full sill. If I show you back here, so I was kind of wanting, we need that lip there, so I wanted to weld two together. You can see there that we've got plenty of clean metal back here, it's all buffed up, but I was only supposed to be doing to kind of here, and then I needed something to catch on to, and then I went to push and I've put my finger straight through, so I've had to strip the wing down, and now what I'm going to have to do is weld this seam. There's one area that's just still pretty solid, and there you can see the two lips I'm talking about. I'm going to crimp them together and weld them together. That area is solid, so I can still use it, but I'm going to have to make a return for this side, to fix the underside. Yeah, so it's grew arms and legs since the last time that you guys seen it. I originally thought it was just the two back areas and then an inner plate on the sill, nothing like that. The good news is we've found that we can fix it, and then it's just put to the back. We have finished the back two sides, which we'll show you when the ramp goes back up. And my task today is to weld up this side. I'm going to try and position you guys and give you a little bit of footage. But I'm lying down here. You can see we're back to where we were with the Civic kind of position. So it's quite difficult to weld in there, never mind to record. But I will try and catch as much as I can for you guys.
Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like feet. Let me get a beat, I kick it feet like bikes. Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like feet. Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like feet. Let me get a beat, I kick it feet like bikes. Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like feet. Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like. Let me get a. Let me get a. I kick it funky like. I kick it funky like. Let me get a. Kick it funky like funky like. Funky like. Let me get a.
Quick update on, you guys have just seen the timeline there, so an update on the progress. Just to give you guys a closer look, again, I am not a fabricator, I have no qualifications, never been taught, apart from kind of briefly with my dad, but that was horrendous. I have stitched that full side, still to be dressed a bit. I'll give you guys a close-up of the welding, needs dressed down a bit, flattened out. All I did was stitch and then like spread it out so I wasn't overheating the area. And then in this corner here, I have flattened it out a little bit, so remember the rust that was there. So I dropped it with a little plate first, which is why I've got two rows of welds. So I kind of brought a little extension down off the sill, and then I just kind of used the cut that I had cut on the sill, and I folded it up round and then cut it again. Just to save me the metal, plus I'm not actually, like, I'm not good at this, so kind of making up shapes, to be honest. I don't think I've got the skill to create a piece of metal that can come up here, round and round this bend at the same time, so I've kind of just broken it up. It is solid, so that's the main thing. I mean, it's doing a job. This also gets covered with the wing, so it doesn't really matter so much. This won't be, so I will dress this down pretty flat. I've got a little patch to put here, just to catch that. I just want to be honest with you guys and show you my level. I don't know if it's good or not. Some people might have opinions, and which is fine, but I literally just picked up a welder, and I've had some pointers, but yeah, I'm not a welder. I'm not certainly not a fabricator either. I can weld, as long as that's strong. And a before and after will show you that people might say I'm not good at welding, whatever, which I'm in that category as well, but that is what we had before. So there and there is the two sections. So that's the before. So it's certainly a hell of a lot better and a hell of a lot safer and a hell of a lot stronger what I have done compared to what has came off. So I've I'll tidy this area up here, and then in the opposite side, I will try and show you guys just now, like I was speaking about earlier, up in there, I've got that now. So my plan is to kind of buff back here and see how clean I can get it, and then create the same shape as I have here, coming down here, and then join the two lips together to make a sill, pretty much like you can see there. That bit's not the best, but literally you could stick your finger between the two sills and the outer sill was coming away, and then obviously the more further forward I got, the worse it was getting at the front. I might actually have to swap it round on the ramp and reverse it on so that I can get into this section, and I have another bit back here to do as well. And just some more progress on the inside now. I have a couple of bits to tidy up just in there, but I'm not quite finished yet. You can just see my penetration through there, so both sides welded up. I've got that side back there just to I need to shine it up first. But we have a solid sill, and I know I haven't done this right, but I just want to compare you to, there's like many patches here, so there's like 1, 2, 3 patches, and there was a 4th patch there. In fact, that's a patch there as well, because I can see a weld. So they've done like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate bits here, whereas I've kind of done one big one there and a full sill, just to get it done really. I never really noticed all those welds in there before. That brings us to the end of this episode on the Aygo. On the next episode we will be putting the finishing touches on the car, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it gets through an MOT. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any progress on the Aygo series or any of our shitbox projects. There is also a post on the channel community page where you guys can go and vote for who you think will win between the Civic and the Aygo. Thanks very much for tuning into this episode. We'll see you guys on the next one.